There were very few books I had to read in middle school that I really enjoyed, but George Orwell's 1945 novella Animal Farm was one of them.
Let's not read into that too deeply, please.
The story follows an animal uprising to take over their farm and uses the pigs as a not even trying to be subtle metaphor for communism and especially Stalin's Russia. So how does this dark fable on the dangers of the rise of communism begin?
To the world we all know, which may or may not be the best world possible.
Here ends the optimism in this cartoon.
Mr. Jones, the owner of Manor Farm, has started drinking away his sorrows and comes home to do his rounds very late that night.
What? The feet! What?
So once Mr. Jones has gone to bed, Old Major, the eldest of the pigs, calls a special meeting of all the animals. He implores them to overthrow the humans who keep all the resources they make for themselves and give nothing to the animals. Or worse.
Do you know what the future holds for you?
That's enough of that.
But Old Major also warns them not to take on Mr. Jones's old ways and that all animals are equal.
Pigs, you are not just the other white meat. You are just as much white meat as any white meat. I'm dying here, give me a break.
It oinks.
And then they begin to sing a song. In the book, the song is called Beasts of England, and Old Major says he'd been sung it as a piglet and reminded of its tune and words in a dream. It had 7 verses, very hymn-like lyrics, and is described as being, quote, a stirring tune, something between Clementine and La Cucaracha.
So let's hear this majestic anthem of the animals. Now let's never hear it again.
And how does this song end?
It ends in death, as do we all.
All the animals weep for Old Major, and this cacophony wakes Mr. Jones, who fires a shotgun and disperses them all. The next morning, Jones forgets to feed the animals because he's too hungover.
It's assuredly a film that every child can enjoy.
A bounty of food is found locked away from the animals, so the stronger animals are enlisted to break open the doors. But when he tries to disperse them with a whip, Mr.
Jones!
sees
that the Ren and Stimpy animators have sent some footage back in time.
The animals chase Mr. Jones off the farm, but he comes back with a small army of drunkards.
Kill the beasts of England!
But the animals prepare to fight back.
Get it? They're duck marching.
It's not a perfect metaphor.
They had casualties to mourn, and those who died left children to be cared for.
Sure, Grandma, you grew up in a time when a cartoon could show a dog be killed by a bunch of porky Stalins and then show his puppies whimpering over his corpse, but please, tell me more about how magic is disrupting our youth.
After burning all of the oppressive farming equipment, the animals turn to Mr. Jones's house, and after many inappropriately comedic discoveries and random fade-outs, they all leave.
The animals were all agreed that Jones's house was no place for them. All, that is, except Napoleon.
Gosh!
Snowball led the other animals in organizing a new society, which they now named Animal Farm.
Isn't that like calling a town human gulag?
Instructed by Snowball, other animals worked out the rest for themselves.
Oh, it's a sickle, get it?
Also, pigs using tools is ridiculous. Who do they think they're...
Oh. Oh no.
Be Heil! Heil! But still we work like slaves.
Aww.
So that our downtrodden comrades on other farms will break their chains.
Oh, right, there's a plot.
The farm has been prosperous, and the animals begin looking towards the future, spreading the news of their accomplishments. In the meantime, the pigs attempt to educate the other animals. As you can imagine, the success is varied.
Far too many notes for my taste.
This is outrageous. I expect at least 2 PhDs for my burgers.
Snowball, one of the pigs, has been working on a plan to power Animal Farm, and in the midst of food and supply shortages caused by
Inexperienced management.
I mean, they are pigs.
he brings his plans before the others.
At first, we will have to work more and eat less.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall during marketing discussions for this cartoon. Yes, that Mr. Disney might have his namby-pamby mice and ducks, but we're showing kids the harsh reality of pig commies. Now, the bomb is coming. Where's my picnic blanket?
My plan will bring us electricity.
Left-wing pig pinkos taking jobs away from our hard-working... I'm stopping this joke here.
But Napoleon does not approve.
I'll promise you a 4-day week.
Bosh!
Perhaps a 3-day week.
Nonsense!
A 1-day week.
Snowball is a traitor.
No, Snowball is... Take your pick.
He then declares that there will be no more of the meetings.
From now on, I'll protect your interests.
I'm sure this was originally some kind of animation error, but now it seems like a missed opportunity.
From now on, I'll protect your interests.
Napoleon takes credit for the windmill idea and construction begins. Boxer and Benjamin work late and early, and one night notice the pigs have been going into Jones's house when they thought everyone else was asleep.
Some of the animals thought they remembered a law against beds, but obviously they were mistaken.
Pigs in a blanket pun. Seems like a good time to stop. See you soon.